Hello, I'm Mark Tucker,
Hey there, I'm Alan Furstenberg. We are Two Voice Devs,
Two Voice Devs. Hey, Alan, we're back to our
our usual
remote.
haunts.
Yes, which means that we did something different recently, which was go to the Voice conference in DC, just outside DC, and we got to see each other in person.
That was truly
Yay!
amazing. It
It
really was.
was,
Not just see each other in person, which was amazing by itself.
yeah,
We recorded an episode of Two Voice Devs, which will be airing in the near future as soon as we get the tape back and can edit it. Um, we met a whole bunch of people that we've only seen on the screen. That was
yes,
awesome.
that was. We had people coming in from the UK, from I don't know, remember where everybody was coming from. Poland,
Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah, it was.
It was people were we had people in from Poland, um, lots and lots of people. We had several from South America. It was fantastic to see
Yes,
everyone.
it was
Um,
hugs all around. It was like coming home,
it really
in,
was,
in a
and
certain
I
aspect. Yeah.
and I said this in the episode that we recorded there, but I really think it merits worth saying again. Is it was fantastic seeing old faces, friendly faces. It was just as fantastic seeing new faces.
Yes.
Um, and I think to me that was really an indicator that this industry is still growing. It's still going strong. We still have a lot to do.
Yeah. Now the numbers were down from the last time I went to a voice summit, which was 2019, I
2019.
think.
Yeah.
Um, so we're kind of in a like I think Pete talked about kind of like a train trying to get some more momentum, getting up to speed again. But there were a lot of people there, a lot of different things to see in the exhibit hall, plenty of options to choose from as far as different sessions to go to.
Yeah.
And then there was just all the talking with people in the halls, and
And that's really what made a lot of it so special.
yeah,
Was being able to talk to people, to hand out our Two Voice Dev stickers.
yes,
If anybody's watching wants a sticker, let us know. We will send you a sticker. Um, and certainly attending the sessions. And both of us did sessions of our own while we were there.
right.
So maybe we want to kind of spend a couple of minutes talking about what did we talk about. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
okay. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. Let's see. So, besides the live podcast that we did on Tuesday, I had a presentation on Wednesday as well as you did as well.
Mhm.
Um, Mine was on voice first prescription management. So, over the last, I don't know, 5 years, whatever that I've been doing Alexa skills. So starting in 2017, I started my first Alexa, what would be considered a healthcare skill.
Mhm.
And so I've done three of those over the last 5 years. But the one that I've just in the process of finishing up right now is prescription management. So it's listing active prescriptions, renewing prescriptions, and tracking shipments, all with your voice. And so I had to take that, 5 years of experience on those three projects, and condense that into 20 minutes. It was a fast 20 minutes. So I concentrated on 8 points. And I won't go through all the 8 points that took 20 minutes to do. But the what you would need to know, most of it was kind of on the technical side, but there was a lot of stuff that you could pull from it if you were a business stakeholder, as well as if you were a designer, some key points to pull out of
Mhm.
the talk. But just talking about the different things that you would need to consider. And kind of my main point, and why is this important, is that behind every prescription is a person, and that could be a dad that has heart disease. It could be a mom that has Alzheimer's. It could be a wife that has diabetes, a child that has ADHD or depression. So the reason why you would want to do prescription management via voice is because it's convenient. And as long as you can make sure that that is happening not only quickly, but securely and reliably, then that just gives you more time to get back to family and doing the things that are important to your family and not spending so much time on prescriptions. So
No.
that's kind of the gist of the talk.
Yep, excellent point. What do you think was the big technical takeaway that you wanted people to get?
Oh man, there's a few of them that I guess you need to understand what they're creating. An Alexa healthcare skill fits into what's called the HIPAA compliant environment. That has some technical ramifications, but it's also a legal side of things. And in some cases, the legal is the thing that's, kind of making this different than other environments. But there is only a subset of Alexa features. So something new like send a phone is great, but it's not something that's currently available in the HIPAA environment. So you need to read the documentations regularly and make sure that what you're designing is something within the realm of what you could actually deliver. So I think that's probably one of the big takeaways.
No, that makes a lot of sense, and certainly something that people need to consider right up front as they're beginning to design a system.
Yep.
And if you're used to developing Alexa skills, it's easy to overlook.
Yeah, you think, oh, I know how to do this.
Right. I'll just put it in this environment instead.
Yeah, and it's different. But through that whole process, I learned all kinds of things, like what information is actually being stored and what information does the user have control over deleting. And in fact, it's most everything that, and which was really comforting to me on the side of a developer, knowing that the customers that are using this the system have control over their own data, and just the length that Amazon has gone through to protect that information was really, I think they're on the right track there.
Very cool.
So that was mine. What about your session?
So my session was I was trying to express something that I think we've talked about it several times on this show on the show, and that's what the notion of an outent is and why it was important. And I kind of specifically focused on it in an omni-channel environment. And right. I also went and defined what omni-channel means, sort of, kind of. So, if it's a big buzzword that's out there right now, and everyone thinks they know what it means, but I can't find a definition for it. Yeah. But the gist of it kind of is that users will want to work with your service using a bunch of different channels. So maybe they will call an 800 number and, be talking to an online call center type system.
Right. IVR, yep.
An IVR. Or maybe they'll be texting you. Or maybe there will be a web page with an assistant on it. Or maybe they'll be using Alexa or whatever. And whatever channel they're working with for you, you need to be able to reply in the most appropriate channel, and they need to be able to work in the most appropriate channel. So in some, for example, people were talking about things like how you might carry on a conversation to figure out a bill or something. Yeah. And at some point, the bot might say, well, can you send me a picture of your bill? So, okay, now the user may use an app, or they may send a picture via SMS or whatever. That picture now needs to get into the system as part of the same conversation.
Yeah.
And you need to reply to them in some way. If you're on the phone with them, maybe you need to reply on the phone on audio. But if they're sending it through an app, maybe you need to reply via the app. And I was kind of saying that these kinds of models don't work well with the traditional intent focus.
Yeah.
Because,
I was just thinking, because we were talking about it before, that you can say things multiple different ways, so multiple utterances mapped to a single intent. But what we tend to do with some of the simplified examples that we've been given is just write the response right there in that intent handler.
We kind of tend to really tightly couple the response to the intent. And
Yes.
we also seems like we couple the intent to the environment. So we kind of say that, if you're coming in on Alexa, that'll be triggering one intent. Whereas if you're coming in via chatbot, that might trigger a different intent.
Right.
And maybe, somewhere down the line in the code, the responses, the handlers are similar, but they end up not being the same. And I was making the case that really what we want to do is evaluate things like the context plus the intent plus the input environment plus bunches of other stuff.
Yeah.
Including our business logic and whatever. And all of those help determine the outent and then exactly which platform we're on or which platforms are available. The outent may manifest itself in different ways. So,
yeah, so
trying to
basically
more decouple these things.
Yeah, so by decoupling things on the front end via an intent on the request and decoupling the response using an outent, then the handler gets to be reused,
exactly
a lot more, because you've got your business logic, you have API calls, and some context stuff, but most of that could be shared across multiple platforms or channels, and so
exactly.
that's
so,
exactly what.
The response was good. I'm not exactly sure we're going to see the term outent adopted, globally very, very quickly, but I think there were people who were receptive to the idea, and that was good to see.
Yeah, you don't have to preach to me. I'm convinced that outents are helpful and have done that in a number of things that I've been working on. So very good.
I think certainly your session was well attended. From what I was remembering, seeing mine seemed pretty well attended.
Yeah.
So hopefully these ideas get out there, and I really hope that we helped people from the presentations that we did.
Yeah, I think overall it was a really good conference. It was good to be back. I hadn't been to, haven't traveled. I hadn't been to a conference in a couple of years, and it just felt so good to get out.
It did.
And talk and share and be excited to see each other, and it was good.
Definitely. No, definitely agreed. I'm looking forward to getting the recording of the podcast so we can get it out to everyone, because that was a lot of fun.
That live session was really, really fun. It's good energy, and
it really good questions, and it was a good crowd. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to more topics that we're going to be talking about. I'm looking forward to some guests. That's one of the things that I think was really good, is we started lining up some future guests for the podcast. So stay tuned for some of those. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, well, there's lots of people that we can reach out to on that. So would love to have them on the show, and love getting your feedback and questions. So just make sure you follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn, go to Alan's office hours, make comments on YouTube, however else you want to communicate with us, and we'll do our best to get back to you or include your ideas in future episodes
of Two Voice Devs.
Two Voice Devs. Take care.
Take care. Have a great week, Mark.
You too.